Wait for it. Here it comes.
If you think that I don't understand foreign policy because out of hours of discourse about international affairs,
Because after hours of discourse of international affairs, poor me, I don't know how I'm gonna deal with the stress of having such a stressful job.
I pause to think about one of the most sensitive geopolitical issues that currently exist on Earth.
Because I pause, because I am way much more intelligent than you peasants.
I'm afraid the issue's not my understanding, but rather the problem is perhaps you've gotten adjusted to a president that never thinks before he speaks.
Where do I even begin with this? The levels upon levels of layers of misconceptions, diversions, and whatever. Okay, let me break it down for you if she ever sees this or if anybody is still confused. Okay? We understand, especially after the Epstein. By the way, how come she didn't mention any of that, right? How is she going to do anything? Okay? Let me say that again. In a world that runs on power, what is her leverage? And it is fair to criticize her that she couldn't stand up to the questions and the barrage of questions that she had at that event. She's voiceless. She can't even speak right now, right? And she gets on her platform to scold the public and say, you people have no idea how hard this job is for me. Precisely the point we were making to you. Every one of us got up here and said, maybe you should not be doing this. This is not a job for you. And we the people, we know what we're looking for, right? You don't have to like Trump, but we like Trump because he shows a certain level of power and influence. And in case you didn't know, that's how the world runs. In fact, we all just learned that Trump himself answers to somebody else. That was a hard thing for us to swallow, but we're swallowing it. And we're like, oh my God, there's another country involved. There's other people involved. Money is power, and all these people have an interconnectedness, and all the things we thought we were going to get, we're not getting at. And if Trump, in all his magnitude, couldn't deal with that level of power, who are you? Whose side are you on? Who are you going to fight for? Because you caved under the pressure under some small questioning and then coming on here with your raspy voice trying to garner sympathy for some job you don't even have yet. But you think you're going to fight for it unless somebody gives it to you, because by the way the world works right now, we, the peasants, the common people down in the society, we see through the veil. We understand how power works. This entire planet is one big Game of Thrones. It is. So we're asking you, okay, AOC, I'm calling you out. We're asking you, I'll bite. Let's imagine for 1 second that you had the chance to be president. I'll bite. You have a raspy voice right now. You have a barrage of questions. You stumbled. You couldn't talk. And you're criticizing the president because apparently in your mind, he's not intelligent enough. In your mind, he's beneath you, right? Who's to say you don't look at us the same way? Who's to say when you're in a position of authority and power, you wouldn't treat us with that level of disdain and condescending disdain? You're doing it right now. You're condescending at every turn. Every word you speak is condescending. You talk down to. This is why I couldn't vote for a Democrat. This is why I couldn't be on the left. Right? Not because I had anything against other ideas or people that had a difference in opinion. No, I'm just an average everyday American voter. I pay taxes. I was looking for solutions. I was looking for policy. I was looking for, is this person influential enough and do they have enough power? Because yes, we live in a world that brokers power, negotiation, leverage. And so you have to understand, if that's the job you're going for, you need to demonstrate that capability, at least perceivably, to the public. At least perceivably. Even if it was all a lie and you just acted and you fake, which I think you're fake. I'm telling you, you're fake. Even if you're faking, you have to be good enough to pull it off. And I'm telling you, you're not good enough. Maybe you have a good heart. Maybe as a human being, you're a good person. I'll give you that. Maybe you're a good person. And I say maybe very loosely, right? But after the Epstein files dropped, do you think any of us in the public domain right now have any inkling or any time to waste on somebody coming on here talking about what they're going to do for us when we have evidence to show that it doesn't matter which one of you get into power, every one of you will dance to the tune of the person who pulls your string. And so I ask you, who's funding you? Who's funding your campaigns? And when let's use an imaginary world where you become president. What are you going to do to show us, the public, that you're going to be different from Mr. Donald Trump? When we have an entire history of American foreign policy and internal policy that shows us otherwise, that shows us that no matter who gets elected, you're all being hands up your butt just by the same people, right? So you sitting here insulting Donald Trump and then condescendingly talking down to us, the population, because we don't know what's best for us, right? Because we need to be ruled over. How are you any different? Because we're not intelligent enough to know anything, right? You know what's best, right? Who groomed you? Who trained you? Who taught you to speak the way you speak? Who's telling you what you should be talking about when you go talk policy? You cannot handle anything. I'm telling you, if you was in front, I mean, you're a beautiful looking person. Don't get me wrong. You got things going for you. But I'm telling you right now, and like I said, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Maybe you are a good person at heart. Maybe you are sincere. But I'm telling you, the world we live in right now, we have all seen it. Alien disclosures coming out, allegedly. Epstein files. I mean, the crazy insanity of how the world really works is in our faces. And you're here telling us that we're stupid and we don't know what we did and Trump is an idiot. And what's wrong with you, man? Get a grip. Get a grip on yourself. And you're out. You chose to tell us this with a raspy voice. What was that going to do? Make us feel sorry for you? Or make your base go, oh? Is that what we want right now? The, oh, poor AOC. Listen, man, this is serious shit. Serious shit. We already know who runs this whole game. And you expect us to believe. By the way, I don't know if you even know what's going on. Have you followed the threads? Do you do research? Do you get on ChatGPT or Grok? Do you go on all the platforms to see what people are talking about? People are talking about things you're not even mentioning. And you're talking about somehow like you, in some imaginary world, fairy tale land in your head, you expect us to believe you're going to somehow be different from everybody before you and the person who's there now. With your raspy ass voice. I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm trying to be calm, but when I saw your video, I lost it because we're out here struggling for decades, Democrat and Republicans. And you're talking as if somehow you're doing something different. You didn't offer anything. You didn't offer anything. You have every right to be criticized. You're a politician. You're in the public domain. You need to have a spine. You need to be a strong person to deal with that criticism, to handle pain. And you're proving the point again with this video. I don't know, man. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get passionate or emotional. But when I saw that, man, I was taking a nap and I just lunged out of my chair because I was like, this has to stop. This insanity from the left and the Democrats or whatever you call yourselves. You guys give yourselves these little labels and identities and then try to divide the American population to choose either side when we're getting screwed by both of you.
Extra, extra. Government botches alien first contact, and the people say accountability first. Read all about it.